What's good, Cast family? So we're back at it. Another video today. We're going to look at charts. We're going to look at some, some of the tech of Kaspa going into, when prices are down for a day, then get your conviction back at it. Do some research, because this is the best technology. The Trilemma is solved only by Kaspa. That's just such an important fact that we really have to make sure we understand. We have to understand. We can't just believe it. We have to understand it. So here we are, Kaspa. It's, again, perfectly undervalued. Like, it can't get better than this. Some people think there's going to be one final distribution, a wick-off event down to, 4.5 cents down to here. I mean, that'll be absolute capitulation. I'm not banking on that whatsoever because Kaspa couldn't be more undervalued with respect to Bitcoin at this exact level. I'm thinking that this is the bottom and it's going to double in price with respect to Bitcoin in the coming weeks and months. Bitcoin as well is looking like its sell pressure is slowing down. Like, as you could see here, something similar happened in its past bull run on it retesting down to this deep macro moving average. So this type of hill, this red hill represents how oversold it is. Like, once it starts topping off or creating a valley like this, then that is a signal that, okay, this sell event is going to end very soon. And when it starts going up like this, that's where you really want to make sure you are in, that you have your bag secured. It's starting to, it was really heavily rising and now it's slowing down. I think it's starting to form this type of valley structure, and that this could be a bottom, either a macro bottom or a local bottom similar to this. I really do believe that. So we're gonna have to still, wait several more weeks to make sure, it's gonna have to consolidate for several more weeks, and in that time, I mean, Kaspa could be having its smart contract protocol live. It could be having, listings on Binance, Coinbase. It could be huge, especially going into the summer. So I think this type of rally to retest or reclaim like an all-time high for Bitcoin is very bullish for Kaspa. And something else interesting, look at all the charts. Also, Kaspa, the meme coins doing excellent. Nachos having a very healthy support here. That's deep moving average. It broke out of resistance, a downtrend, and it's seeing some sort of floor at this level. Very, very healthy, especially with its huge gate IO listing teasers. I mean, I don't know how much more obvious you can get with these teasers, but Binance has been teasing listing Kaspa for like a year now. So with Nacho, who knows exactly when? But I mean, I actually kind of do know when. I mean, there's going to be a series of teasers that you really want to pay attention on Nacho's Twitter. Okay, this is a big deal, and this is going to get it into the eyes of a lot more people outside of the Kas ecosystem. It's going to give KRC20 meme coins on Kaspa a lot more exposure as well. Kango also doing very well at its current floor that it's forming on a macro scale. This is very healthy consolidation for a massive uptrend as well. So yeah, that covers the price. Now let's look at some posts real quick. So something in regards also could refer to the price. Let me look at this accumulation of wallet number 2. Wallet number 2 for Kaspa has snagged yet again 2.14 million coins of Kaspa, beefing up their total supply to 658 million. That's 2.54% in the entire Kaspa supply. I mean, man, that's insane. Kaspa report. Also, shout out to Flux. He's just a legend. He got like 3 more of his IRL friends into Kaspa. He showed them either my video with a Kaspa is equivalent to 6 Bitcoin 12 years ago, or he said that line, and that's the final straw to get his friends into Kaspa. That's awesome. So Kaspa report has been just producing amazing content and analyzing the state of that wallet number 2. and really heavily believes that it is Binance. I'm not surprised at all by that, but that's awesome analysis. You know, it's like detective work. Ethereum, you know, I made the video, I don't know, yesterday or 2 days ago or something like that, about, you know, how Kaspa can fix Ethereum, is the solution for Ethereum. It's like, so the base, it's a layer 2 on Ethereum. You know, you got Brett. Brett is that meme coin on Base that just went wild, like billion or some plus market cap. But Base collected 110 million in fees. Okay, like 90% of the money was kept by Base. Kaspa is layer 2s are not going to do that. Kaspa has a protocol, is building a protocol for a layer 2 environment, and they're going to put. I mean, I don't know how much. It might even be 100% of the fees on this protocol goes back to Kaspa miners. Or I don't know exactly what's the percentage of that they're going to keep, but it's going to be extremely fair. So Kaspa is the winner in the end. That's extremely healthy because Kaspa in the end is the final validator. Kaspa isn't validating, won't be validating anything as a layer 2. So traditionally, you know, all the layer 2s that have ever existed stemmed largely from Ethereum. Okay, look at everything from like Base, like Polygon. Phantom, you know, just all these protocols are layer 2s, okay? And they are centralized. They aren't putting the transactions to the native layer 1, which is Ethereum. They're doing these transactions, you know, in their own centralized way off chain and then ordering it in the ways that they want. It's a liability. It's not just centralization, but just security risk. So, you know, I went through this in the other video that I made with talking about Ethereum and how Kaspa fixes that. So give that a look. Also, something here that's really interesting. I didn't give a good explanation about how the 10 BPS upgrade with Kaspa, how that actually affects the speed and all of that. And so here's a way to break that down. Think of like a pipe. Okay, so currently there's a pipe that water, you know, travels through a Kaspa for 1 BPS, 1 block per second. Now once it goes to 10 BPS, this pipe grows, okay, in 10 times the size, 10 times volume. So, but still, the stream of water that goes through this pipe is still very small. So you're not going to see any change in speed. I don't know if this is a good example, but like, so the water still travels through the pipe, no problem. There's no hindrance. But once there's a huge amount of transactions at 10 BPS, that's where we're going to see the speed not be hindered. It will be able to take on all these transactions with no problem, because at 10 BPS, 10 BPS, blocks per second, that's equivalent to every block, 1 block every 100 milliseconds. I mean, that's extremely fast. Like, internet connections are considered very good at 100 milliseconds latency, ping every 100 milliseconds. I mean, 10 milliseconds is wild, okay? And that is what 100 BPS is going to reach. So really great stuff coming with technology. And regarding the price, here we go back at it with, here's some interesting charts with Bitcoin. History repeats. Would be very interesting to see something like this play out. It's going to be hard to get over this 100K range, but I definitely think it's possible, especially like coming here. It may retest it, it may bounce back down. It just depends on the, you know, this market sentiment and all that, because it may have a lot of sellers, you know, it just depends. I'm 50-50 whether it can break through this 100K range or not, but like with Kaspa, it absolutely can break through everything. And this is a really good tweet here. So the biggest crash is about to happen. It's not Bitcoin, it's not Ethereum or any alt. It's a crash of Bitcoin dominance. Alt season 2.0 is coming. Yeah, I mean, that it's pretty self-explanatory. Bitcoin dominance is Bitcoin's been highly dominant now. Ever since, well, it peaked. Altcoin dominance peaked at the time you see all, you know, everything was at a peak. That's when altcoin dominance peaked, and then Bitcoin became dominant, and now Bitcoin is gradually becoming less and less dominant. Here we go with, you know, it's just the fact that Bitcoin is extremely it's over dominant, and that's about to change. And we see that here with Kaspa with respect to Bitcoin. So this alt season is really about to could be very huge. Whether it's alt season or whether it's Kaspa season, I call it Kaspa season. I think this season is going to be all about Kaspa. So be prepared for that. What else do we have here? That covers that stuff. And then one more thing with so we have this guy here. You know, he's like, I don't know who he is. A big account on X, but you know, Flux was doing a low key shill, and this guy straight up said Trilemma has been solved by 10 blockchains. Oh my word, what a clown! He's a clown. He hasn't done his research. You know, factually incorrect. So here I go. You know, it's quite literally nothing has solved the Trilemma besides Kaspa, optimized to perfection with Dagnite, still to be released, but it's already proven with math in the white paper. Everything else from Ethereum to Solana to sharded parallel blockchains has a drawback in scalability, decentralization, or security. Okay, that's just a fact. And I really want to go like into a series that goes into like depth with all this, comparing it to other coins and all that. My God. Then he gets, bruh, DAG blockchain. Every DAG blockchain is solid Trilemma. Do better research, he says. And I'm like, bruh, right back at you, because that's incorrect. DAGs are not scalable, okay? DAGs are directed acrylic graphs, but Kaspa is an expansion of that. It's just a perfection of that with Ghost DAG protocol. And I guess it's kind of, maybe that's a hindrance, the fact that we have DAG in our name, because DAGs are like, I mean, I thought it was very well known that they are not scalable. That's what you see with Cadena, like, or something like that. I don't know. There was some other thing, other coins that are out there that are DAGs, but that's where that's the end of them. Okay, you can't scale as a DAG. They can't order transactions, deliver consensus at scale. I mean, there's a whole long list of like the details of this, with regards to even like pruning, and just as time goes on with a mass amount of transactions, they can't scale. That's a fact. Ghost DAG solves that. I added Shy here, co-author of Ghost DAG. He comes in, source that are Shy actually comes in here like just totally like flabbergasted, like what protocol out there other than Ghost DAG can scale proof of work? And he says all of them. He's like, I don't know what to call him. I just think maybe he's doing his research with AI, and I'm like, what do I say here? I say, ask Grok, but like, let it do the work for you. But AI answers are only as good as the questions. So if you ask AI, like, is DAG scalable? Are DAG scalable? It'll say like, yeah, they're scalable, but there's inherent limitations to its scalability. It doesn't go into much depth about it, but yes, they are extremely inscalable when it comes to crypto mass amount of transactions. Ghost DAG fixes that, so you really have to, give the right question, because otherwise you may be getting garbage answers that don't give you any real value, and that's just something with AI that is going to be something that really people need to keep in mind, that AI is as strong as the person using it, or it's as weak as the person using it. So here's Shy, doing his work. Name one, literally one. I'll name it for you. Kaspa. Oh, Kaspa. Oh man, no, but he's saying protocol. Kaspa is a coin using the Ghost DAG protocol. There's no other protocol. Okay, literally, there's none. People saying like, people like shilling Nano or Quai or all these other things, and none of them are a scalable solution, decentralized solution, especially proof of work. Proof of work is the epitome of all crypto. You can't get more decentralized than proof of work. Okay, and an inherent benefit to this is the fact that proof of work, like, it's an energy. Okay, energy has a price this price is like the price of electricity. So this electrical price, the cost, it'll create essentially a floor value for Kaspa. And that's its current floor value right now. Where Kaspa was like, 5 cents, that's where miners are not going, instead of mining Kaspa to make a profit, they'll be buying Kaspa because that is the cost to mine. It's like, it's kind of deep when you think about it, but can think of it like a trade. You either mine it or you buy it. And once it reaches a point where it's not profitable to mine it, so you buy it, and then that's the trade-off. And then you constantly swapping the mining and buying and all that, and it creates these massive macro fluctuations in terms of its hash rate and its price. I could go into like a video about that, but it's something that's really beneficial to proof of work that proof of stake doesn't have. Proof of stake, that's why there's just so much more sell pressure with proof of stake. You constantly have a benefit to staking because you could just keep staking with in order to get a validator like on Ethereum and on other things, it costs so much money. It's not, you can't do it like a home miner with a KS0, for example. But with proof of stake, it's like, you could just keep on selling, and there's not a floor. There's not an energy value that can, create that floor level. So, and there's all these other factors. Like even Shai wants to go into some like research with. He has like a theory that it's impossible for proof of stake to reach the parameterless state of speed in terms of which is basically referring to DAG night. It's impossible for like proof of stake to reach that type of advanced scalability. And so it's just it has the Bitcoin level of security. It has the efficiency and scalability of and nothing is as scalable as Kaspa. Nothing is as secure. Nothing is as decentralized. It speaks for itself. And people like these clowns that, they just don't want to do their research. Ignorance is bliss. They, maybe he really does want to learn. He's saying, give me the sources. Give me the sources to what, how that a DAG isn't, scalable. And the sources are there. You just have to do your research and let's see if he wants to do his research or not. I gave him, the link to the white paper of GhostDAG, and has the co-author of GhostDAG in a conversation with him. You can't get much, handed Kaspa on a silver platter. Like, come on. So, yeah. So that's it for now. Catch you on the next video. Peace out.